There he goes. Now it's working.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mr. Tides of Darkness. As you can see, we are missing two people today, so we will be without Calvin and Aurora today. One of them is feeling sick and the other one's just caught up in some stuff, so wasn't able to attend today. As for what the characters are doing, we'll just say that they're taking some downtime around the city for this session, and we'll just continue as normal. So, we are going to be making or implementing just a couple of rules from the 2024 edition, just to kind of see how we like them integrated with the 2024 rules that we run, plus the general homebrew stuff that I do. So the rules that we're going to be implementing are the new exhaustion system. We'll be doing the new interaction action. We'll be doing the new spell system where it's one leveled spell per turn. That's pretty much the main changes. That, and we're also going to use the new method of how tools work. So not too many changes for right now. We're just testing a couple of things up that we looked at, liked, and want to experiment with. We think moving forward we'll eventually get to a point where we've got a rule set that we use that's a combination between the two different editions. So that's pretty much what we're planning for the future of the campaign and our games. Anyways, and moving on, we're going to go ahead and get started. Roll intro. Jumping back into a recap as of what happened during the last session. The group split up and took some downtime while Johan's armor is being worked on and developed into Moonsilver plate armor. So they took some time at the town's library in the church studying different siege engines that have been created, as well as encounters with vampires. They also went through Johan's father's study and found some of his materials and learned some valuable information about potential vampires, and that there has been a long-standing history of vampire cults popping up on the east side of Mysterid, and are starting to develop some plans. We also ended off right as a Cathiar of the church informed the group that the old friend that they had worked with, or their first person that they'd worked with in the church, Maxwell, has been unfortunately found assassinated in his home.
Poor man.
So, continuing from there, we arrive back at Johan's mother's home as the Cathiar named Reginald, who came to report Maxwell's death, has just finished telling you that. What do you do?
Dang it. He's not going to be able to deliver a letter, which means that he's not going to make it back here before we fast travel.
You see a big chunky dog in the doorway behind Reginald. He's like, by the way, this dog has been following me. Is this one of yours?
No! Or is it Casper? Or is it Mofu?
Yeah, it is Mofu.
Yay!
He's just like...
I'm sorry, buddy.
He's just looking at you like...
Mofu.
I don't have the directional skills to deliver a letter long distance.
You tried, bud, and I'm just going to take the letter back.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
He's like, I don't know
We sent
what
a
to do.
letter, or tried to. That's right.
It's okay.
We're used to things that look like him delivering things.
Thank you for letting us know that. We need to talk about this.
Shut the door.
On that topic of things that we need to talk about, one more thing, sir. I've been told to inform you and to ask your group to assist us in a matter of urgency. Our scouts have reported a large undead horde heading this way towards the city.
Nice.
They're estimating about 2,000 to 3,000 strong
Just
undead in the horde so far, not counting flying or otherwise. Currently, the horde is building in strength as it marches towards. We think it's going to arrive within a day or so.
Alright.
So just be on alert for that. We're gathering defenses and making preparations for them to hit the city on
Alright.
tomorrow.
Alright. We'll help. We'll do what we can to help.
You're gonna do
Thank you, that'd be much appreciated.
Thank you.
Anyway, I have things I must attend to and
Of course.
some other inquisitors to notify. And he
Sure.
runs off.
I thought they had angels to protect this town. They need us too?
Can't expect God to do everything.
I'm just going to say, to be fair, there are about 50 angels in the city
Yeah.
or around the city
Yeah.
at any one time. With
It'll help, but you know,
Yeah.
2 to 3.
To be fair, he's the only one that works for the church, so we technically don't have to do anything.
That is true. We could just send him on his
Technically,
own.
we all work for the church under that contract.
Dang it.
Well, technically you're mercenaries for the church, but
See, we
Um,
He
don't
looked at
Exactly.
Johan and did not address the rest of us.
So if I
He
asked you
addressed
guys,
the group.
so if I asked you guys nicely, you won't help.
We're here. I didn't say I wouldn't help.
so to give you guys a rough estimate of what the garrison of this city is, you're looking at approximately 1,000 Cathars / Inquisitors live in this city. You've got approximately 300 knights / priests that live here. There's 12 deacons in the city, 4 bishops, the archbishop, approximately 50 angels, and one of the angel matrons at any given time.
Oh, they don't need us.
Like, they don't need us.
No,
But
I gotta help. We're gonna be here, and in case it goes poorly, it would be nice to be a
They better pay us for
yeah.
well, we are mercenaries. I'd
this. Exactly.
be shocked if they didn't pay us.
I'll make sure you guys get paid.
I want
We're risking our
2
life for
gold
nothing.
One
per zombie.
per zombie. I'll bring you the head. All right. So we got about a day. Do we want to?
You have no armor.
I have armor. It's just not gonna be the armor that I
You
want.
What armor
Very
do you
little.
have right now?
I got a set of splint,
Oh, right.
and
He's got very
but
little
it
armor.
has no. It doesn't have any moon silver on it. So
And we're dealing with the undead.
And we
So
all
you're
know
weaker.
that the way that you kill your enemies
But
is
I-
when they throw themselves on your armor.
yes, but I do have a shield that is moon silvered.
True.
So
Shield sledding. We just yeet him over the wall.
so I can
Throw your
fight.
shield at them.
Captain America.
Whoever that is.
Mr. Rogers. I knew a Mr. Rogers once.
You can always do it once. I'm doing it another time.
All right. So yeah.
It's unfortunate how he
So with
just crashed.
yeah with my splint and with the set of splint I got and the shield, I should be fine. That should
Says
give
the
me
man that's already died.
that should give me about 20 AC, I think.
Yeah.
Says the man that already
I would also note
I'll be
the specific matron that you know would be in charge of the city at this time, because they revolve as part of the year goes around which one's stationed
Yeah.
in the city. The current one is the matron of the Sisters of the Lunar Spear. Her name is Gabriella, and it's an order of angels that specialize in being the main soldiers. They are angels that specialize in war.
Cool.
Yeah, so they don't need us.
It's a matter of honor.
That was a matter of them warning us what would be happening.
One of the most prestigious things that can possibly happen in the church is that if somebody is found to be of particular worth or interest to the church or honor, further deeds, they can be granted a bodyguard from the Sisters of the Lunar Sphere to protect them.
So if I get cool enough, I'll get an angel as a bodyguard, man.
I don't think they're going to be that cool.
Well,
You already have a guardian angel. 2 of them.
Yeah. You know that there is not many in the history of the
Well,
church.
you
that
fly and you
have
fly
it.
with a spear.
One of the only ones right now who has it is that
Better
the
than an eldritch
Archbishop
abomination,
of the
I
church
guess.
has 2 who follow him around at all times. Otherwise, generally speaking, the only case other than that is generally like a bishop will sometimes have one, but not all the time.
sure. But I'll just say, if I help bring Kiana back and defeat her enemies,
You're gonna stick for this?
with your help, all of you.
You suck at this. What? What's wrong with you? What? What's wrong with you bragging about getting angels for bodyguards?
So one of the angels is like, we'd like to bestow you, and so I was like, nope, he's good. Sends driving him away. Just like the first thing she does is walk up to the angel, try and slap her, and be like, he's mine.
Get your hands on my man.
Keep her eyes off my man.
Listen, I'm just saying. Maybe you shouldn't talk about how excited you are to get 2 girls hanging off your arm.
Who said they're gonna be girls?
Is that what he was talking about?
No! All angels are girls! I haven't
no.
seen a not female angel since I've been here.
The matriarchs are the ones leading.
Well, actually, you guys met Apollyon.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't there actually for that. You.
I would know that
Male
there's
angel.
male ones. I'm
But
not
yeah,
thinking
you
about
did meet
that.
Apollyon.
How am I supposed to know that? I don't like the church.
Huh?
Apparently none of us do, except for him.
Or,
I don't
I don't
care
know.
about the church.
You know I don't have a
dislike
romantic
it, I just
bone in
don't
my
care.
body. I'm gonna...
yeah,
Yeah,
his
I
name was
realized
Apollyon.
that.
I was right. It wasn't Apophis or anything.
He's not
Was it
romantic
Apollyon?
at all.
I digress.
Anyways,
Anyway.
I'm gonna go
Moving
to.
on.
I'm
Moving
gonna
on,
go
it was
to
his
the.
bedtime.
I'm gonna go to the blacksmith and go help out.
Wait, what time is it?
It's probably late.
It is
Is it
approximately.
later on the day?
I would say
Yeah,
with all the
It's
stuff
like
you
it's
guys
only
did
dinner.
the day before, it's probably around. I'm gonna put it at about the time of around 4 o'clock.
Wow, only 4
I thought we had dinner.
p.m.
Or actually, I guess.
We had dinner.
Yeah,
had
we
dinner
went
with his
library and
grandmother.
then
Let's say
yeah,
it's
so
about
it's
8
actually
then.
end of the day. So
So
tomorrow I'm going to the blacksmith to work on
You
stuff.
can just go now. As long
You
as they
don't
let
need
you
to
in to
sleep.
work on stuff.
I do sleep.
You do sleep?
I just am aware while I sleep.
Interesting.
he goes into
I
sleep mode.
basically turn
but
into a
as long as
statue,
you
but I
move
can
the
still
mouse,
hear and
still-
watch.
Yeah.
He's
not-
he's
He's
in
just
rest.
in sleep mode.
You're
so
in
if
rest
you move the
mode.
mouse,
I'm in rest
still-
mode. I'm aware of everything going on. I just
But you
don't
can't.
He
move.
just turns off his RAM.
I don't think
Yeah.
I
Pretty
can
much.
move.
So I can still update and download. I just can't,
He doesn't sleep.
There are a lot of things that you need to update.
Aurora doesn't sleep. Elves go into like
They
Mother
meditate.
of all this holy.
they'll go into like a meditation state or whatever.
If you need
That's
to, you can
elves.
lean that up against something.
No, because if it falls, if I lean it up against the counter, it'll fall to the floor.
Well, I was gonna say put it on your one of the books or something, so
Yeah.
that it can't slide backwards.
Maybe. One thing at a
Anyway,
time. Anyway, I'm done. So, well, my house is not too far.
We're at your house, sir.
We're at my
Right,
mom's
his
house.
mother's house.
yeah,
You
you
have
guys,
a house?
I have a house.
He apparently
He's
lives
a
you
man.
guys notice, or would know as well, that the moon is about a day from being what you would call full.
Mm.
So tomorrow would be a full moon.
Mm. Good to know.
Yeah, it's motionless state when I sleep for 6 hours.
Motionless state.
Yeah,
Rest
not
So-
emotionless. That's just me normally. But
Yeah, sure.
until he's
But-
certain.
Those of you who want can stay at my house. If you want to find somewhere else and pay, you can do that too.
okay.
The nice thing is Calvin ain't hanging around here. I don't know where he went.
Yeah.
That's probably a bad thing. We don't know where he is.
So, French babysitters.
You know what?
Actually, that's probably where Aurora is. For one sticking.
And Mars are with him, probably fine. I just
Is
they
that a good
don't
idea to have
kill
Aurora
each other.
babysit him?
As long as he doesn't end up shooting him.
Yeah.
It's just safe to assume that Aurora and Allura are working together as a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I
Although
don't
maybe
know if Allure's
Aurora
a
doesn't
good
have her work cut out for her and also having to watch the pickpocket. But
All I have
Yeah.
to say is I've broken enough ribs as is. I am not going looking for them.
Yeah, I'm too tired.
He's probably too drunk.
We got work to do.
We do have work to do. Alright.
Rose to your place.
Alright. We're gonna go.
Night, Mom.
take care, travel safe.
Always.
And if you do decide that you're going to leave the city, you better stop by and say bye first.
I will.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, be a good son.
Oh. Yeah?
Cute. Look at that. You have a healthy relationship with your only parent.
At least I have a family.
Yeah.
Wow.
The romance.
All right.
I got no face.
So everyone go ahead and take a long rest for the night.
Cool.
You guys have approximately, based on the report of the scout, they think they might arrive at some point today. Based on the rate that they were traveling, sometime in the late evening is estimated.
Okay.
Would we know who's in charge of manning the defenses, coming up with that plan?
That would be directly managed by the bishops and the archbishop himself.
I'm not important enough to talk to them. Johan, you want to come talk to them?
Yeah, we'll talk to them.
Ooh, let's go figure out what
We
we
can
have
go.
to do.
We can go talk to them. Do you want to tag along?
I'm gonna go to the library.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm going to the blacksmith.
All right.
The guy who's trying to kill him.
Okay.
I just want to know what we are assigned to do.
Sure.
Luckily, you guys are currently in the largest stronghold in all of Mystery.
Well,
Do you like that?
Convenient
As-
place.
as an inquisitor, I'd probably act as a sergeant or something, right?
Pretty much, you would act like a captain
Okay.
of a group of soldiers.
Okay.
Undead are usually
So
evil.
I'd probably
This
get
is
what?
The church.
To
10,
have like
15?
3,000
You would
coming
probably
towards
be in command of at least
capital of Mystery,
20 men
pretty much.
Okay.
in this kind of a situation.
All
It's
right.
mystery. Stranger things have happened.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
to have 3,000
So generally
undead
speaking,
come
if it is a
while we're here,
wartime
There are
scenario, Inquisitors are granted the ability to take control of up to 20 Cathiars, or however much they need to at the time based on what the situation is.
Okay.
But in a city like this, it would be about 20. Otherwise than that, they have the authority at any time to take control of 2 to 3
Okay.
for whatever they need to do.
Cool. So I'll have about 20 dudes. Will it just be assigned to me when we get there, or will it just not matter, or will I know?
Generally speaking, in this case, it'd probably be assigned.
Okay.
Um,
Cool. I more or less communicate all this to you.
Wonderful, thank you.
But normally, if you were the type of Inquisitor that actively is set to stay in a city, you'd have been assigned them previously, and you'd also be in charge of making sure that they're properly trained up and stuff as well.
Cool.
As part of the duties.
Cool. But I'm not officially stationed here. I'm just here.
Where are you?
Well,
stationed?
technically, you are stationed here,
I guess.
but you're on a roaming duty.
Yeah.
So you're somebody who has been given specific leave
Yeah.
to do that because of the tasks that you were given.
So it wouldn't make sense to assign me anybody, because I'm just gone. I'm gonna be gone most of the time.
Yeah.
So I guess, what do you want to ask the bishops?
Well, what am I going to do? I'm not one of their soldiers, so where do they want me?
I think you'd just be with me.
Alright. I guess I'm going back. You've left Yoshiko with nothing to do.
No, we can still go talk to them. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Who you wanted to go talk to?
I just want to know what they want to do with me. I can fly. Do they need to put me somewhere?
We'd probably be on walls, and then we can use you in flight. I definitely will utilize it. I mean,
They'll give you guys. They'll probably give you guys all assignments when you actually get there.
Yeah.
Of what you guys can be tasked to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look at Johan's baby photos or portraits, and I'm gonna turn around.
My lord.
Goes back to his mom's house.
I'm going back to the mom's house, and I'm going to get my fill of tea. Wait,
You
does
liked
anybody
every
hold
embarrassing
on,
thing
hold
that you
on.
ever did as a kid.
I'm gonna...
Actually, I retracted a statement. Has anybody told me about Gertrude yet?
Gertrude?
Yeah, the librarian lady with the shotgun.
Oh.
Did anybody mention this to
Who
me?
loves? Whose
no.
favorite type of tea is verbal tea?
Verbal tea.
I don't think I have told you.
Gosh dang it, right? Yoshiko doesn't know about the tea lady. I'm going back to the house.
Do you
I checked-
mention that you're gonna go? I'm gonna go drink tea, and
Who would have
I'm
seen
gonna
me in the
talk
morning?
to your mom about
I
embarrassing things.
think there's a friend. There's a lady you should
What?
go talk to about tea.
Personalities.
Just go to the library.
Of course. One to the
Immediately
blacksmith.
diverts to the
And
library.
to the blacksmith.
That's
Just
funny.
random chance.
Yeah.
It is really funny.
Whoever noticed, my eyes did change color in the morning.
Oh.
God damn it.
Dang it.
Did we notice?
Ferris.
That's not bad.
Nope.
Well, it's perfect for the situation because that's his blacksmith
That's-
personality.
I swear the dice love having me in the right personality for the right time. I'm going to work in the blacksmith. I'm turning into the blacksmith.
Bless you. Very convenient.
Where are the notes?
Just sneezing my soul out of my body.
How many times have you been in Ferris? This is the first time.
Once. Actually,
You were there when we were Moss Hollow.
no.
No.
Ferris?
That was Faraday.
Faraday.
Faraday. Which I
I
just
don't
turned
remember
from.
Ferris.
Steel Grey. Yeah, this is the first time meeting Ferris, actually.
Oh.
I've told you guys about him, but I haven't actually.
Yeah.
said
Oh,
him.
okay.
We haven't met him yet.
I gotta keep notes on this.
But Johan and I have not noticed the eye change
Nope.
at all.
We're just living our day.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find Marcella then.
Sounds like we're both heading to the library. We're all going to the library.
Other
Yeah.
than him, yeah.
Yeah,
Other than
Dora
him.
Blacksmith.
Yeah, which works out.
He can babysit himself.
Yeah, we got it.
He's not as bad as Captain.
No.
To wherever he went.
His eyes aren't purple, we're fine.
Let's hope not.
What?
Purple.
I'm almost certain purple was Princip. Psycho who stole things.
Yeah?
Yeah, purple is Princip.
Yep.
Oh,
We don't want
Royal purple.
two.
Or is it Imperial purple?
Oh, yeah.
Is it Royal purple or is it Imperial purple?
Doesn't really matter.
Same
Royal.
thing. I think it's, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Royal.
royal.
Yeah.
I think.
That's it.
Royal.
Yeah, it's royal purple.
I just know it's also the color of the Imperial Rome.
Yes.
That's why I think it's royal purple.
Yeah.
Because royalty.
Is it?
Cool.
Yeah.
Royal purple's known for royal.
Alright.
Alright.
Well,
I like it.
them or me?
So you head to the blacksmith. They're heading to the
Yes.
library.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. The blacksmith's name I don't remember. I don't think
one
I even
moment.
asked. Actually.
Yeah, I got it. Let me pull it up.
Oh yeah.
He is Percival.
Percival, right?
Yeah,
I
so
do remember
Percival
that.
the
yeah.
Goliath is the armory master, and Gertrude is the librarian. The tea-loving, very much character-filled old lady who manages the library.
Yep. I'm gonna walk up to Percival. Percival.
Oh, good to see you. What can I do? As he's sitting there hammering out the helmet right now. He's got it on the horn of the anvil and he's shaking it.
I know you'll probably be busy with the horde approaching, but do you have a spare forge or workplace that I can borrow for the meantime?
Right over there. Points to an extra anvil that's open as he...
Perfect. You gave me the...
I gave you the dagger. I should have given it to you anyway.
Yeah, I don't have it written down, but I would have grabbed it from you before. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just take it out. I'm just gonna retrofit it to work as a bayonet, be attached. And then I have a lot of iron and stuff that I bought before. I want to start working on...
Also remind me real quick, is that a moon silver?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
it
it does have the moon silver weapon properties when used to stab. if it is made as a bayonet.
Because bayonet would basically just turn his musket into a spear.
So I would still have to...
Specifically, you'll basically have the stats of a spear that is a moon silver weapon. Let me pull up.
I think spear is a D6. A D6.
D6 or D8. Or...
I
you
get
have a spear?
D6.
D6, okay.
So the moon silver weapon traits is you gain +2 to attack rolls against demons, devils, undeads, lycanthropes, and vampires.
Okay.
So you'll get +2 to attack, +2 to damage.
That's good.
And then when you hit one of these creatures, they take an additional 1 die of radiant damage. So instead of doing either 1d6 or 1d8, it's 2d6 or 2d8 versus those creatures.
That's actually very
And then in addition, when you hit one of the creatures, this weapon counts as both being silvered and magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance.
I don't think we've been using that at all for my longsword this whole time.
Well, it's not moon silvered. It is silvered, but you don't have a moon silver longsword.
Yeah,
You
I thought
guys
I
did technically you moon silvered
We
them, but they're not
used-
pure moon silver.
Yeah.
So that's
We
the
used the
difference.
moon silver because that's what we had.
Oh,
Moon
to
silver
make
can
them
be used to
silvered.
silver weapons,
Oh.
but you only get the moon silver weapon property when it's a full solid thing of moon silver.
Wow.
That makes
But this is solid moon silver.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
The moon silvered weapon just means I don't have any nerfs to the weapon when I'm attacking things. Okay, cool.
So,
Cool. Never
I
mind.
guess roll for that. Blacksmith. What is the new tools of blacksmith's tools?
What's
Or would this be more
that?
tinkers?
Let me grab.
Grab that book.
This would be blacksmith tools.
Okay.
Um,
Because I know I'm not creating from scratch, I'm modifying things, so
Yes.
the next thing I will be making from scratch. I'm gonna finally finish my rifle.
Oh.
I
nice.
say I'm gonna be going over
Okay,
under
so-
half shotgun, half rifle.
New holy water is also 2d8 radiant damage.
Wow.
So they upped it, I think, from d6
I
to.
had D4 before. Holy water wasn't that strong.
I think it was 2d6 before, if I remember.
Even,
I don't think so.
even so.
Or I might be
Maybe I'm
thinking
wrong.
of alchemist's water.
Alchemist Fire, real quick while I'm looking at that.
Oh, it is 2d6. So yeah, alchemist fire is 1d4. So yeah,
Alchemist Fire is 1d4, yeah.
yeah, it's still.
Okay, anyway, the Smith's Tools is strength that you use. So it's a strength check.
Don't you have strength proficiency? Like, don't you have a high strength?
14.
It's
Above average.
above average.
But you have proficiency in it too, so you'll have it. You add your
Yeah.
proficiency bonus, and you have advantage on the thing.
So it'd be +5 and advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna keep that
There's
into that section.
the base 15.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take the 15 over to 12.
Cool.
So dirty 20.
Yeah.
That's able. How long? Say, hour or 2 hours work.
I'd say let's estimate it at 4 hours.
For the bayonet?
Yeah, because you have to create the full fitting and then attach it, and then make sure that it's actual fit and tested.
Well, it would be a removable. It'd be more friction fit or
Like socket fit.
socket fit, yeah.
Would
Yeah.
it be like
Which
when
I would actually have to have your musket, and I'd have to modify the end of the barrel for the socket fit.
we could probably just there would be a front sight. You could probably just use that because that would be what it would usually be anyway.
The
Technically.
musket's so sight, but
Yeah, I would estimate that it would probably take about 4 hours, just because you have to take the time to actually forge out the steel, and it's not like you have something like a power
It would-
that
it
you're
would-
using to make
it's
it.
not a- it's not a
that's
sub.
true.
It's not a special
Yeah,
musket.
'cause
It's just a
No.
musket.
You're doing
Just
it
a
by
musket.
hand,
Just-
so I'm going to say it would be about
Yes,
4
I could
hours.
also
It would be like
do
it would be a-
friction,
As
whereas
far as the DC for the
hand
check
does
goes,
fit over, but
I'm going to say it's just going to be about a DC 10.
yeah, which
check,
was a
so-
20, so
So yeah,
Not a hard thing at all for you to
it's
do.
4 hours.
This is
yeah.
very standard
Then
work.
I wanted to get out. I wouldn't be able to finish today, but the main barrels for the over-under shotgun rifle combo that I talked about before.
Yeah.
The 2 barrels would just be a solid thing, just get that done,
Mhm.
and then I do all.
I would say that you could probably knock that out in the rest of the day's time.
Okay. Maybe. Oh, okay. 23.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say for the barrels that was gonna be a DC 15. I would say
Thank you.
to make.
Okay. I guess I'm not making all the small fiddly bits.
Yeah, because that's just the barrels is the DC 15. Those ones will be a little bit harder, probably around 18 or so.
Let's see, I'd make those out of steel. Let's see.
All right.
Total of the day, 10 pounds of steel throughout all of it.
Yeah, let's say about that.
Okay, I still have 20.
Steel? Wow.
I
That's
still have 84 pounds of iron to work with.
Well,
for
actually,
I bought a lot last session. That's why I
I'd
spent
say
like 200 gold for all of
realistically,
it.
That's right.
I'd say about 6 pounds of steel.
For the bayonet and the barrels.
Yeah, because the bayonet you don't have to use much for that realistically.
Yeah.
You're just
And the rest is just for the barrels.
Okay.
Because, you know, a 10-pound barrel or like an 8-pound barrel
Yeah.
is pretty
I
excessive.
would just go in
I would
with,
say
there'd
that's
probably be some
ridiculous.
losses and all
Yeah,
that. So
I'm gonna say 6.
okay,
That's a
fair.
heavy gun. Say that's a heavy gun.
It is gonna be a
I'm
fairly
still gonna
heavy
do
gun,
the ALOS
but-
repeating stuff.
Yeah. It is going to be a fairly heavy gun, but yeah, there's
Oh, yeah.
definitely some losses and stuff in that as well,
Okay.
so you shape it down and cut it.
That's pretty much all my work for the day.
Alright, jumping over to the other group. As you guys arrive at the library after going through the cathedral, again, you find yourselves at the entrance to Gertrude's library as you knock, and she opens it up and lets you in. Great to see you. Great to see you guys again.
Oh, good trick.
Come on in. Any new stories or anything? Have you heard the rumor mill of the undead horde that's coming?
Yeah, we've heard. And we'll be participating.
Ooh, you're new. I haven't met you yet. Oh, and you have wings. Do you maybe have angel blood or something in? How does that work?
My mother didn't frick a bird. Let's just say that. They did not. Emphasis on did not. I've had a lot of people ask this.
Well, come on in. I'd like to ask you what you are.
We like tea.
Do I like tea?
You can get.
You notice that behind her there is a shelf of tea sets behind her, and she has a she has like a filing cabinet of different kinds of tea.
We're never
We-
seeing her again.
You two have a lot to talk about. We're gonna go.
Anyway, 3 days later, and they finished the first topic of conversation. After 3 days, they finished one conversation topic.
We'll go look for what we need to look for, and you two have fun.
What are you guys looking for, by the way? Maybe I can direct you to the section.
Well, what do you need to look for?
I'm looking about the man that's hunting me down.
Remember his name?
Dredgylock.
Dredgylock?
There.
His name's Dredgylock the
After
Hunter.
getting ripped out of your freaking tent mid-sleep to something
It's
like
quite
unhittable,
terrifying.
I would not
First
remember what it said
experience.
its name was.
Gertrude
either.
kind of puts her finger on her lip. Dredgylock. Oh yeah, I do think we have a book about that guy actually.
Really?
I have a book about everything.
Of course.
But actually, now that I think about it, there's 2.
Two.
Let me show you. You won't find it on the normal shelves. Follow me. She
Normal.
takes you back to a section over to a part that is an incident report section that is normally locked. Opens it up, pulls open a safe file, and pulls out 2 books. One is about this thick, and it is a list of victims.
Oh, glory!
And the other one is fairly thin, and it's what they have on him so far. And what they
Wonderful.
figured out.
Alright.
No.
The list of victims is like
does, and you absolutely throw it.
civilians / Cathiars and other members of the church who have been targeted or fallen victim to him, and also any other reports that they've had about him that they've cataloged.
Okay.
A lot of them have to do with the northern side of Mistrid. Most focus up there. There are some accounts that are fairly rare down south, but most of the time it's centered around the north. kind of around the Peterborough area up to the Bog of Silence and kind of over from there.
Doesn't like ocean.
So he's generally deep in the forest, it seems, in his actions.
Sail away.
Sail away,
there's-
you won't find me.
There's also some reports, some of the earliest reports were all centered around the Lycanmore area, and then he kind of moved north, is what it seems like. From just kind of quickly scanning through that book. As far as the other book,
We'll talk about
that talks about what they know about him. It talks about incidents with different people who reported being hunted by this strange guy. He used the same letter pattern that he used with you. It seems that he likes to select a list of different beasts that are, at the time, specific targets that are causing issues that he gives as a list to whoever it is that he's decided. But his pattern and what they figured out is that he will give, by the time you've gone through the letters, he gives you an approximate location of somewhere that he wants to meet as a battleground. And then when they're, it's a pretty standard looking pattern, but nobody's ever successfully completed it. And what that pattern is that they found that he appears to have a weakness that is known as an item called the Curse Mute. And he seems to bring that to the battleground and will place it out for you to try and be able to get. And he will challenge you to get it and kill him in combat. But so far, none of the people who have been targeted have been able to complete it. And that includes, at the highest, he has killed a bishop in the church.
Oh, glory.
He's also fought a couple of knights, priests, but mostly Cathiars and the Odd Inquisitor.
Has anybody survived this?
There's
Clearly not.
there's been a total of about 25 encounters with church personnel in this book.
So he's someone of interest to the church.
Sometimes there'll be specific members of parties that have gained notoriety as well, but
Is
but-
there any more information about this?
The weapon.
Yeah.
Curse me.
so from what we understand, the Curse Mute is an amulet. It was actually created by the church, so we know a good amount about the Curse Mute itself. You see, the Curse Mute was an artifact created by Kiana and given to the Archbishop a long time ago. It's an item that holds a little bit of her power and the ability to help counteract curses as well as nullify their effects within the radius. Using it, you can cure people of lycanthropy. You can pretty much remove curses from things. You can heal them from petrification or other such terrible things. It's an incredibly powerful artifact. You can even nullify the effects of curses on magic items that are within a certain distance.
Kind of need that. That'll be helpful.
How does that defeat him?
Well, from what we've gathered, he seems to have some kind of curse on himself, and it seems to nullify the effects of that curse. So, from what we have been able to understand, he doesn't have the ability to feel pain, from our reports, and he seems to be effectively immortal
Effectively.
as a part of his curse. But from what we can understand on the downside, it seems that he's obsessed with hunting and killing, but cannot get any satisfaction from it. It's like an addict not being able to get their fix. It's like an alcoholic not being able to get drunk no matter how much they try and drink.
So I'm not weak, he's just immortal.
He's just a crazy man.
Functionally.
Functional.
That's according to the reports, though. We haven't been able to actually,
I mean, he literally
corroborate
gets
that because every
speared.
time we try to, the person dies.
I mean,
So if we
you threw a spear in his chest and he survived. So I would
If we-
count that as
The last time we had an incident was about 15 years ago, and it was a deacon, and we sent 2 knights and 4 Cathiars with him, and they didn't come back.
Gosh dang.
what if we cut his head off?
I'd like to point out that they probably all of these things have been tried. Nobody's been able to do it to him. I'd like to point out he held back Daisy, the 1-ton robot, with one hand. I don't think anybody can A, hold his head under the water, or B, do anything to him.
He also does seem to have magic because he did
Not
cast
to say.
silence on you guys.
He does have magic.
You may.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
he knows magic.
I mean, who's to say you can't just tie a couple of cinder blocks to his feet and throw him overboard in the ocean?
I agree.
I mean, nothing is saying
That's if you can
can't.
catch him.
That's the issue.
Let's say we find him, cut his head off, and it's all
This
good.
guy's
See if that
scary.
works. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was Ramos's position?
He's a knight.
Knight.
Yeah.
Okay, knight. Like,
He's a knight. Like
So
He
that's-
killed
that's-
someone.
looking through my
Several
notes, and I've
Ramoses.
got no notes on any NPCs.
Good lord, he
Yeah.
killed multiple of Ramos?
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Well, Ramos is
it's essentially a level.
Ramos
12.
is a very powerful knight.
Yeah,
He's
but
essentially
he's
a
still
level
a
20
knight.
paladin.
Oh,
But
and by
he's
the
still
way, the
in
only
it.
reason they
That's part
have
of
that
the
much
essentially,
information about these fights is because they've had 1 or 2 Cathiars survive the fight and
Like in
escape because they ran away.
Mm.
So.
No point in dying pointlessly.
It would be smart to get the thing before.
Maybe.
Instead of playing his game, go against the rules so I don't
Yeah.
die.
We've
I mean, that sounds all
Or
good
when
and well, but it appears that that'd be pretty
Not
much wishful
there.
thinking.
What?
I'm not there.
And of course, we have no recognition of where this amulet might be, because he has it technically.
Probably.
so
My
we've
question
lost
is, how
this
on earth
amulet.
did he get? How did
Yeah.
he get the amulet?
I mean, unless you got the ability to wish for it back, I don't know how we're gonna get it.
Long sip of tea.
Foreshadowing chamomile is my favorite flavor.
You do have that wish.
What are the names of these people, the Cathiars that have survived?
One of the, they don't actually have the names written down.
But
It's like a thing that happened that was like a down low incident before,
Okay.
and for some reason
Terrible at
you don't
writing
really
reports.
have the names because different actions and things that happened, but also because this technically did never happen as far as the church is concerned.
Oh, this is
Why
what's
would
not accurate.
why would
This
you
is why I hate
broadcast
the
that
church.
people
Yeah,
that
it's-
your guardians of the people are fallible?
Yeah, they kept it on the download. It never happened.
This is why I don't like this church.
Fine.
The only reason she's showing you that is because you have an inquisitor with you. You have somebody who has the clearance to look that up.
And I'm handsome.
He is
Can I-
handsome.
Am I allowed to lay hands?
I am handsome.
Yoshiko was gonna jump and just too tall.
1 damage.
It's just like
What?
I'm gonna attempt because I'm tiny. Reach up and grab your scruff and pull you down to eye level. Why are you so bad at this?
what?
Stop being you. Everything you're doing is going wrong.
I don't understand.
Gertrude looks at you and goes, "Now, I believe we have some tea to get to.
We'll talk about this later.
Now, rumor is around the city that you have a holy water tea.
I might.
I need to try it." She leads you back to her desk where she has like this little setup in her desk that allows her to make tea.
Yeah. It's like a portable tea thing.
It's like a little. It's almost like she's got like a little gas stove kind of a thing that's got like a magic rune in it that allows her to turn on like a little stationary stove
It's a
to
hot plate.
make tea.
Oh my gosh, it's a hot plate.
Would I have anything like that in my home village?
No.
This is really fancy. Welcome to the capital.
Yeah, it's something that she had commissioned by the combination of a smith and an enchanter. They worked together to make this as like a birthday present for her one year.
Aww.
It pretty much uses a fire elemental gem as the fuel source, to cook tea for her. So
Is it a fire elemental gem? Super rare.
I'm gonna go check.
yeah, this was about 40 years ago that they gave her this gift. She's been the librarian for a long time.
Alright then.
While
She's approaching like 50 years as the librarian here.
while you guys are doing this, I'm gonna go check in on Cairo and my bayonet and other things.
Perfect. We can girl talk. Miss Sally, get in here.
Girls just want
She's
to
like,
It's better than being with him, I guess, for a while.
How?
He's become frustrating now.
Alright. Heading back over to the blacksmith. By the time you step out, you see him having just finished up the musket, bayonet.
Yeah. As I start loading up all the iron to work on the barrels, I see him like, Johan, over here.
Yeah.
Pull out the
Hey.
bayonet.
Nice.
Fit?
That's really, really nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
What do I owe you?
That's yours that you gave. I just put in the work to do it.
Fair enough.
You can also see that Percival is currently working on your helmet.
Nice.
In your eyes.
Cool.
He's got it pretty much mostly shaped out. Now it just needs to clean up, refine, and get the padding and everything in.
Is it me or does Yoshiko not like me?
As I start hammering, like, what do you mean?
I don't know. I say things and then she hits me. And I don't know why.
I put down the barrel
come
like,
back into the there's like a dramatic scene cutaway where it goes back to Yoshiko crying about how she's so mad that like Johan doesn't see that Macella's flirting with him or something.
You can do better, honey.
It's just like Yoshiko's crying about it. She's like, I ship you guys so hard. It's like the other two are like patting her on the back.
And I'm just
It
like,
cuts back.
just like,
do you have an example?
well, just now, like I don't know what I did, but she pulled me down and slapped me. I don't know.
What did you say?
I don't know. I was joking with because we were with Gertrude, the librarian, who let me look at some things about the man hunting Marcella,
Right.
and it came up that we were allowed to look at it because of my new position, and I jested by saying it's like also because I'm handsome, and I don't know.
I don't know why she'd slap you for that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So, but
This is such a guy talk, too.
The quote is perfect for this second.
so I don't know. Marcella seems very, she hasn't really been talking to me much lately either. I don't know.
Put the dots together. You can do it.
I don't know. It doesn't seem related.
No. I don't know.
Do you think it's related?
No, but I have heard.
The blacksmith like pauses hammering and goes, from the limited amount that I know about women.
Maybe
I don't think
Yoshiko has
so.
a crush on you. I don't know. I've heard.
Yeah. No.
I think I've
Based on
slapped
what I know
everyone at the
about
party
at least
once
Goliath
besides
women.
Stella.
Not me.
Nothing to do with each other.
Threatened to do
You-
it.
Okay.
Great to know in our
Yeah.
culture, you can
Yeah.
see
Physical.
flirting
That's
as
fair. That's
trying
fair.
to
Because I knew
arm
that
wrestle the
girl
other
was-
person, or you know
Who
what?
said anything about flirting?
Maybe my culture is not a good.
Who said anything about flirting?
I don't know. I was just assuming with it being with women. I don't know.
didn't.
You're
I don't know the
sensitive.
first thing about women. That's why I'm single. It
I-
goes back to hammering his helmet.
I didn't think there. I don't know. It didn't seem like there was any flirting.
No, you can never tell.
Nope.
Did you really?
I'm like, it's a 10, so I'm like, maybe? Nah.
Anyways, if you're here, do you want to help me with
Yeah.
This barrel?
Yeah.
Just happen to be my assistant. So,
You okay?
It's like fishing talk. Oh my gosh.
The thing is, this is a very boy talk.
You guys sound like my grandpa.
My head hurts.
Anyway, cutting back to
girl.
the girls having their tea time. What would you like to talk to Gertrude about?
What do I do?
You mean with him?
Yeah!
I think you're gonna have to smack him harder than I did.
That's not working. I've
from
slapped
my-
him several times already.
From my experience, you don't hit him.
You guys don't hit your men?
No.
No.
No, they don't have the fear of God in them from me anyway. There's already something wrong. Look, if your
You're
man
fragile
doesn't
or something?
look, if your man doesn't know that if you say something, that's the law, something's wrong.
Fair. That's fair.
So I'm doing something
Look,
wrong?
all I'm saying is that if you find yourself a really good man, and you know that he's a really good man in the house, you'll know that whenever somebody asks if something's going on, he'll say, "Let me ask the boss first."
Who are you married to?
Oh, he died like 5 years ago, but you know.
Didn't we say he was married to David or she was married to David?
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I was talking to my first husband.
What first?
Yeah, no, that
So is
David
the dead?
Jones,
Is,
in
is,
the graveyard.
is the dead? Was the dead one the one who answered to the boss, or is he dead because he didn't answer to the boss?
Nice question.
Moving on.
Anyway.
Yeah, I am, a little bit into the younger men. That's why I'm married to David.
He's like 80.
you're like 100.
I don't see how that helps me to get Johan to take me
Anyway,
out
what
on a
I'm
date.
saying is, have you tried gifts? Have you tried gifting or trying making it so that you're irresistible?
I think
Am
she
I not
already shows
irresistible
off
enough?
a lot.
I have pretty wings.
She's just gonna find
What
her
my
safe.
mother told me when I was growing up is that if you want a guy, become the kind of woman that guy would want.
We have no idea what he
does
wants.
Johan want?
Then that's gonna be tough.
Glory for Kiana.
Anyway, if I had to guess
I'm
though,
screwed.
probably something along the lines of guns or other things that men find cool.
I mean, that might be something you could try to bond.
Guns?
I mean, you
I don't know,
already
some kind of weapon.
You already use a bow. How hard would it be for you to switch to a gun? I'm saying this from a D&D standpoint. People who actually do archery don't come for me.
Please.
From a D&D standpoint, you already use a weapon that uses dex. How hard would it be for you to sidle up to old Johan and be like, "Hey, show me how to use your gun"?
I'm also 4 feet tall. Like most guns would probably topple me over. Unless it's like a pistol.
I'm still of the opinion that you should just tell him, take me on a date and don't give him an option. If he doesn't like it, then you know that you should move on. She was the one that said answer to the boss.
Gertrude
Why should
takes a
I
sip.
have to do that?
That does work on some men.
I don't know what he likes.
Me
Listen,
neither.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty much what I did with David Jones.
Goes back to this. Ooh,
Yeah.
this
It's
is
kind of a
really
push-up,
cool.
though.
Yeah, if you put the salt over here, it helps with the.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
what do you
never would have
The other
thought.
blacksmith. I've never seen someone make a firearm quite like this. This is really.
Well, I'm making this one up on the fly.
Your
I have
craftsmanship
design in my head.
skill
We'll
is
see if it
quite
works.
revolutionary.
Design in my head. It'll work as if you haven't been like writing blueprints for the last like 2 months.
What caliber are you thinking, anyway?
Huh? Caliber?
We have two options. From what I'm understanding, you just want him to make the first move.
Yes.
Question why?
Because I want to know if he's actually interested or not.
Okay.
Why should I waste time on someone who's not going to be interested in it?
To be fair, I don't think he's really giving you a choice right now because he's not acting interested. So A, you ask him, or B, we stealth.
Gertrude's like, we could play hard to get.
She's already done that. It's not
Yeah.
working either.
giving him the cold shoulder.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Stealth.
You have a warm cold shoulder.
Dang it.
That's fair. You could just refuse to speak to him for a while. I mean, I don't think it's gonna work, personally
I
speaking.
was gonna say, because he keeps needing me for his stupid things.
Maybe that's his way of saying he's interested. He's at least admitted that you're of the caliber to be useful. I don't know.
You know, now that I think about it, maybe I'm not good at giving dating advice.
I mean, you have had 2 husbands.
Yeah.
I've also been through a lot of suitors. You might not want to listen to me when it comes to this.
Well, my dating life is an absolute disaster. So I'm not exactly helpful in this. You're on your own, Miss Ella.
Awesome.
Again.
Considering the fact that in both the people that I actually ended up marrying, I pretty much just walked to them and was like, "You're mine now."
If it worked for her, maybe it'll work for you.
Maybe.
But is Johan someone that would like that if I tell
Just
him what to
continue to be
do?
yourself, and if he actually likes you, maybe he'll figure it out.
That's what
That
I've been
is sort of-
doing.
Then
I don't
what
know.
do you
All I can
want?
say is that
Do
I
you
was
want him or do you want? Do you
I was
not?
dramatically forward.
I want.
But
Of course, I want him.
depends on the person.
Listen, in my culture,
How do I know he wants me
in
when
my
he
culture,
doesn't
you
talk?
both did dances.
He talks about you.
Maybe you guys could dance. Is there something formal that happens around here? In my
Listen,
culture, you
your
just
culture
show-
dances like birds do.
Listen, don't just. Yes. Yes.
Wait a second. This brings up a question. Are the men in your species more colorful?
Yes.
So it does follow the same thing as normal. The
Yes,
males
most of
are.
the women have
So the
dark
males are the ones with the more. I got it. Okay.
The males are more flamboyant, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, it doesn't
You know
work
what?
this way in this culture.
Maybe
but
I'll
from
go
what I
to his
understand-
mother. Maybe she can tell me what I can do.
Speak with the mother.
Huh?
Talk to me.
She's on to something.
Talk to my
We can
mother.
figure out what
Mothers
he likes.
always know something about their kids.
Cooking is also a good option. You show off some skills that maybe are a little bit more wifey.
I mean, you're not wrong. The fastest way to a man's stomach, or well, heart, is through his stomach. I was going to say the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach, but you know, that's the fastest
what
way
I
to a
can
man's
do.
stomach
I
is
can
food.
go ask his mother what his favorite treat is and make it with her.
I mean, if you're as good at eating pies as you are making pies, then this will be obviously a success.
I have never cooked in my day life.
I
I had servants for a reason.
I only know how to make tea.
Don't come to me for cooking.
We will have to
I'm
see.
character.
Leave
I
it
had
more out here
I
for
had
once.
chefs. I didn't cook.
I mean, I kind of cooked for myself while I was traveling, but it was very good.
Comes back to our conversation. You know, now that I thought about it, Yoshiko is terrifying.
She is.
I know, like,
Why is she so intense?
she's so small, and
She's
yet,
so intense all the time for no reason.
like,
It's useful in battle.
it is. I would not want to fight her one-on-one,
No.
but
I.
Misella, you never know where she is. I haven't helped with that either, but
You know she's pickpocketed Calvin at least.
Misella?
Yeah, several times.
I didn't know.
No, all the time. The gemstone from earlier.
Right.
Yeah, she's done it other times since.
Is that why all Calvin's alcohol is holy water? You
Yeah.
say? I need to
That's all her.
Misella.
Yeah, that's all her. I don't know where she learned it either. You saw where she grew
Yeah.
up. I have no right. Like it seems like she just picked it up.
Maybe you should ask her about it.
Maybe. Maybe I should ask more about her and get to know her better.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways,
Anyway,
Personal. Personal.
Now passed by.
Personal. If there's one thing I've learned in this life, it's that the most terrifying creature in all of Mistrid is women.
Sorry for not that.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Anyway.
The one thing men are universally scared of.
So, cooking. None of us know how to cook.
So
We
maybe that's not what
There's
we're
an
doing.
army marching
Can you
towards
still?
us
Do you
right
still have your taste buds?
There's an army marching towards us right
I can help with teaching you how to cook.
We have a plan.
Oh, brother.
The real question is, what do we do when Calvin inevitably tries to steal it?
The plan?
Get us a little food.
I will play keep away.
You do your thing.
Like,
You're gonna go. Yeah.
You guys proceed to make a plan to meet up with Gertrude once her shift's over at her house so that she can start teaching you how to cook and
So we're
can
gonna
make a
go
little recipe book
back.
for you to take with you.
We're gonna go back to Johan's mother's place, look at the baby pictures, and find all her recipes of his favorite stuff, and feed him a feast of his favorite stuff.
You do that. I will make sure they don't come back to the house.
Cutting back to me and Johan. You know, Calvin, I don't know what's up with him.
I don't know. He's clearly useful. So I'm surprised at how useful he is.
But he's so
He's an idiot.
messed up for how young he is.
Yeah.
Like, how old are you?
25 years.
Yeah, you're 7 years older than him.
Jeez. I don't know.
Were you that messed up when you were younger? Because I'm way too old to remember that.
Teenage angst.
First of all, I had issues. Anyway.
Well, that's your blacksmith. That makes sense. You have to get out your anger issues somewhere.
Well, I never really had time or room to, just do my own thing. It was always, every day was working to be a Cathiar and eventually a knight. So I don't know. Never really.
Is that always your goal?
Yeah.
You looked up to your father, didn't you?
A little bit. I like. He was a good dad.
Well, I wish I would have met him. Anyways. By what time is it back now?
I would say that approximately it's
I would
probably
barrels will be finished by now, so end of the day.
I would say we've probably gone
Yeah.
through the day.
Okay.
So there's only a couple days left for your armor.
Anyways, the army is approaching tomorrow.
Tonight.
We better go get ready for that.
Yeah. So.
Gentlemen, how are we
Give us a
doing?
go.
I would say it's about time now that the moon is starting to rise.
Oh, so
Okay.
that
So you
way.
can see
So-
that the full moon is beginning to rise. Well, nights also come faster in Mr. than
Yeah,
The
that's
moon
fair.
stays up longer.
So.
days are a bit
Not
shorter.
including us, I'll probably have anywhere up to 20 Cathiars to work with.
Very well.
And then
How's your ammo?
I have enough. I have maybe 20.
Okay, that's about what I
But
got.
you also know that you can be given
Yeah.
ammo as
We'll,
well.
we'll,
from the
we'll
army.
have plenty to work with.
Perfect.
You. I don't think we want to be down off the walls dealing with these, but I don't know where we'll be where I'll be positioned.
No.
Let's head over and
If I had more time, I would have made a cannon for us, but that takes a lot.
we may have cannon. We'll probably have cannons to work with. So
Yeah, but I want to make a small cannon for our cart. Just make like a rotating platform and all that, to
Oh, yeah.
up
What if
armor our cart.
What if it became a like like a turning like gunner seat that
Yeah.
you can switch between different weapons, whether it's a small cannon or a small ballista.
Maybe, or
Like you can
just have one of each.
could just have
cannon in the back.
I think that's time.
Yeah, you guys start hearing the
All right.
town's alarm bell going off.
Well, I guess how's it going?
As you begin to hear calls from the walls. Enemy sighted! To the walls!
Is it normal for there to just be roaming hordes of giant dead things? Is this
It's
normal?
not uncommon.
Not too uncommon.
It's
Ones that are
mystery.
this big are very uncommon.
Oh,
This is.
But a
Small hordes.
roaming horde is not uncommon.
alright. then.
We-
Especially around the area that Gadol or Geralt
We've
is.
gotten extremely lucky with our roaming of Mr. Ed. We've barely ran into
Okay, where's
issues,
my,
whereas in the past we would have ran into a lot more zombie hordes. Or werewolf packs
Yes.
or whatever with where we've traveled.
It's nice. Cool. Wonderful.
Oh, I need my splint and.
Yes. You guys begin to see from the cathedral, you can see the doors open and angels flying out towards the walls. And you can also begin to hear a low rumble in the distance and feel a slight shaking as you realize that the ground is shaking and you can hear the rumbling and the sound of the horde of undead marching towards the city.
Love that.
Cool. I'm gonna go get
Mechanical or
my mechanical.
But strangely enough, all the citizens in the town are calm. They're just like, nah, we're not gonna have any issues.
Yeah.
They seem to be very confident in the town's defenders to protect them.
Okay.
And you would know, being a resident of Dawnsrest, that there have been like undead horde or armies that have attacked Dawnsrest before to no success. Dawnsrest is the most heavily fortified fortress city in all of Mistred.
Have there been any this big before? Like in the thousands.
Yeah, there's probably been at least one or two other times where they've had a horde this big attack the city.
Okay.
But during both of those times, the Archangel Kiana was there.
But Kiana.
This is the
isn't
first
here
time that Kiana's not there.
yet. So actually, we may want to be there. This could be.
Well, let's get going.
That could be a game changer. Would that be? That may be a game changer.
Might be.
Okay, let's do this.
We got clerics.
We got clerics.
There's also been some new inventions and stuff since then.
Sure. All right, let's do it.
Oh, holy water. Do we have?
Yes.
I don't have any holy water. Nope. Yep. And I finally ran out of Alchemist Fire. What I have in time. So
As you guys begin heading towards the walls, you can see on the walls, they begin loading the catapults and ballistas, and you can see they have these massive glass spheres that are full of holy water, and are like rounded with bands of iron to help give them the strength that they need to actually be able to be launched and stuff. But they have catapults and trebuchets that are designed to throw massive orbs of holy water that'll shatter on the ground when they hit. They have stuff set up so that they pretty much have like holy water squirt gun setups in the walls to actually be able to like,
Neat.
instead of like a fire siphon or something where you pump oil out and light on a fire, it's not when it's holy water.
That's cool.
They have these kind of defenses that are being set up and prepared and have been worked on all day to be ready for this situation.
Cool.
There are moon silver ballista bolts where the heads are moon silver. Pretty much everyone is outfitted in their armor and ready to go. As you get closer to the wall, one of the bishops, Bishop Alexandros, actually is over this section by the main gate. He turns to you and goes, "You, over here."
Yes, sir.
I'd like to, if you would allow me, ask your group to assist me here at the gates.
Of course.
Um,
At the gates.
we're good.
our,
All right.
our job here is to keep anyone from coming in or getting out, if they do get in, of the city.
Of course.
Now, I'm going to need your help with protection either down here at the front, at the back of the gate, in case something does break in, or at the tops of the walls. It looks like this undead horde has a lot more technology than they normally would. This horde has a large group of scabs in it. Looks like some stitches have been hard at work, and it does look like, from reports, they're being led by a Lich. So we have our work cut out for us.
The scabs we were looking at. The scabs we were dealing with a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's also a good amount of skeletons, and it seems that this Lich is at least skilled enough, or whoever stitched the scabs together is skilled enough to have been able to teach them how to operate siegecraft.
Okay.
And
so that we
now,
may
not
actually
super
need to
complicated.
be here.
Siegecraft, mind you, for the most part, they've learned how to use ladders, which is quite revolutionary for them, considering that most of them don't have a brain.
Dang.
Yeah.
So we'll have to watch out for that, as well as they have brought some small catapults.
Jeez.
Okay.
Okay, this is gonna be a bit more complicated.
The Lich that's behind this could be some serious trouble.
We're gonna have to rely on the angels for the Lich.
That's just it. The angels are going to have to deal with the air forces. There are a number of scabs and also, unfortunately, demons that have decided to follow this horde. And so they will be keeping the skies clear and those from getting into the city. Yes, birthday.
I'm gonna try not to take offense to that. How quickly can you boil water?
Couple minutes, why?
How big is the container? Can you fit all of these in? Is she gonna take out her entire supply of holy water tea?
What would tea be?
It makes holy water.
That is very cool.
That's fair.
Take her over. He calls over a female Kathia. Take her to the men who are filling up the holy water ammunition.
Neat.
I think she has something to contribute. She takes you over to the area where they are filling up these massive holy water balls with the holy water that they have.
Be cut in half at the very least.
Are they running low on holy water in any way, shape, or form?
They're pretty much good on normal holy water, but they're also creating like flasks and stuff to be able to pass.
Marcella.
So they want you to help them with filling, and also, you can create more potent holy water bombs to throw. Yeah, the reason you don't currently see any undead in the skies above us, although if you look out, you can see the zombie horde on the horizon at the moment, is because the angels are prepping to do it.
How much do I know about liches?
I mean, would it be Arcana, Nature?
Liches are not too uncommon to have heard of. I would say
Arcana?
history. In this case.
Arcana?
Please, sir.
I have +7 in Arcana, +4 in History. 15.
I would say you've heard of Liches, so you know what they
I
are.
know of the phylactery thing with them.
I would say you know that they're incredibly potent undead spellcasters, and that they pop up every once in a while. Normally, the church documents them pretty heavily and knows what their actions are going to be.
Above the table, if you you can kill a Lich, but it doesn't stay dead if the phylactery is not destroyed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we need to find
So-
the factory and kill it.
I don't know.
I would say you do know about the phylactery.
I
That's
do
a
know
fairly
of phylactery.
known thing.
Really?
Well, yeah, the church
It's
advertised
the idea
the creation
the idea
of it
one.
is what's
Yeah,
forbidden.
nobody
but
knows
knowing of them.
necessarily how to do it. Knowing how to deal with them is something that the church
Yeah.
knows about, and you've probably overheard or heard
Okay.
about.
So I would know.
At some
I would.
point in your life,
I would
yes.
reasonably
You would
understand.
know more than me about
If we
that.
kill it, most of that army will be gone. But his hurt.
That's the
Unless
issue.
we
He's
can find
definitely
the
not brought his
phylactery.
phylactery
No.
to war zone.
So that doesn't
So we
help us.
can kill him, but he's not.
And
gonna,
the other
this won't be
issue is
blessed.
that this is not a documented Lich, meaning he's new.
So we don't know.
Great.
So we think that it's probably a newer Lich whose hubris makes him think that he stands a chance at sieging our city.
Nero Lich trying to make a name for himself.
Yes.
So let's finish him.
In fact, listen to the report of what his name is. So the name that he's decided to come up with for himself is, and I'm not changing anything, it's Voth-Tan the Dawnbreaker, because he thinks he's going to break Dawnsrest. Isn't that ridiculous? There has been over 400 sieges on this city, and nobody's broken down the gate. So, I'll be damned if that happens on my watch.
Alright.
Let groups in. Close the gates.
Kill a few.
Will that work?
Let
Open the gates, let in a group, close the gates.
kill them.
Kill them, open the gate. Rinse, repeat.
Maybe.
Could do that, but we've never had anyone actually get through the gates up to this point.
I think it would may be safer just to not let them in at all. Just because.
Fair enough.
The current plan of action we have is pepper them with massive amounts of holy water, burning down good chunks of the horde, and at the same time, our job is just to stall until the angels can deal with the air forces and then can come in and start cleaning up, and hopefully as soon as the matron gets free with whatever it is that she has to deal with guiding those angels through that battle, she'll come in and then we'll get to watch from the stands as they kick the ever-loving Tell out of this Lich.
Yeah.
Do you think the time? Alright.
The issue with this, though, and why I want your group's help, is that could take quite a while. As reports are that there's over 1,000 scabs in the air, and forces or enemies in the air. The angels have already engaged with them, and it could be quite a while.
Okay.
So what do you want us to do?
Hold this
I
kid.
was thinking about potentially having you guys be a strike force to
Vanguard
either
force.
potentially try and assassinate the Lich if we get the opportunity and figure out where he is. And until that time, I'll have you help hold the walls. Or, because I'm worried that he might be planning something, I'd like you guys to also just try and keep an eye out for anything weird that might try and go down in the city while this is going on.
We need a key. Okay.
Because I don't think this Lich would be stupid enough, even if he is a new Lich and he's gone power crazy, to just attack Dawnsrest without some ulterior motives going on.
Unless someone else had a plan.
I wouldn't put it behind it, or behind someone, to use this as a distraction for something.
Here to do
Especially
this,
because the
trying to postpone the
Cathedral of
election.
Angels in the church headquarters hold
Speed it
many
up.
powerful artifacts that have been confiscated in the past.
Or make sure it happens on time.
Yeah, postpone us trying to delay it.
Or try to delay. Well, we want to delay it.
Yeah, so have them attack us to try to postpone us from trying to delay the election. Anyways,
So okay.
I vote. We watch the city.
You hear a call from up on the walls. They're within line of sight now, Captain.
All right.
do you have any spare crossbow bolts I can borrow? Well,
Absolutely.
use.
He directs you over to
It is the
Uh,
timing. Is
kind of a
really-
stationed armory post that they popped
I
up
don't
I'm gonna grab
near
some
the
lightning
walls
bolts because I have a crossbow.
that you can get stuff from, or have runners go grab ammunition and things from you, or for you, and bring it up.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab 20
So,
crossbow bolts for the
way
crossbow.
that this horde combat is going to work is that I've created a system where the horde will have a turn in the initiative, but it will have a certain number of actions from a various set of actions that it can take that it will try and do.
Okay.
So options are
I think they're not.
I mean, they are options, but we may have to adjust.
yeah.
As things progress.
Well, we should plan what we want to do
Let
first
me-
and then adjust from there. Yeah. Do you want to take a break real quick?
Yeah, let's go ahead and just take a quick break before we start the fight.
No. There's the money. We'll be right back.